Sam Sulek has absolutely taken over the internet. This is probably the 100,000th video of somebody making a video on him. On top of that, the internet has consistently been unable to pronounce his name correctly, which I just find is interesting. I'm Nick Wright. I'm accidentally dressed like the Hamburglar, so if you like this content or McDonald's, please subscribe and welcome to the channel. We've seen people blow up. C.T. Fletcher, Rich Piana. But Sam's done it in a way that just outshines everybody because of how fast he's done it. He started his channel literally 10 months ago. 10 months ago. Doesn't have that many videos uploaded and yet has 2.5 million subscribers with over 100 million views. Just for comparison, I've had this channel going for like over a decade and I don't even have 100 million views in total yet. I have like, I think maybe close to 80 million views. So that's mind-bending, right? His Instagram makes even less sense. He has literally 12 posts dating back only to September. That's his oldest post. Yet he has 4 million followers on it. And I absolutely love his Instagram because he puts zero time, effort, or personality into his Instagram. Most influencers all over Instagram making reels, doing stories daily. This man posts like a boomer, just like once in a blue moon. What is it exactly though? So people have speculated. The big reason you always hear is that Sam is bringing back that old school style of vlogging where his vlogs, and I love this and I think this is true, his vlogs really remind me of my stuff back in 2009. I'm not comparing myself to Sam. I'm saying just for the sake of nostalgia, it literally reminds me of like when I was filming the Eating Big series in 2009 and driving up to McDonald's. Back in those days, it was literally the same sort of style where you just throw a camera on and you chit chat. There was no structure, there was no fancy editing, there was no music. And then the titles were whatever the video was about. And then the thumbnails, you just kind of uploaded the video and whatever YouTube auto-generated as a thumbnail, usually the direct center of the video was a thumbnail and you just left it at that. And I see Sam doing that. Like one of his videos recently was him just like mid-curl in a long sleeve shirt. It's like the most visually un-eye-catching thumbnail, at least compared to typical thumbnails. But his views are absolutely incredible. All his videos are reaching 500,000 views on average. But it's more than that though. It is more than that because a lot of people will try to go back to that old school style and it just doesn't work. Now, one, I do think there is something to that old school style. I think the pendulum's swinging. The pendulum swings in any avenue you can think of. It swings with politics, YouTube as well. Back in the day, we had raw vlogs, raw, authentic, just Sam Sulek style. Then around 20 teens, it swung over to like the fancy edits and everything became a music video, drone shots. And then even in the 2020 range, you know, cinematography was massive. Now it's like, I think people are getting a little tired of that, a little exhausted of that, and they're swinging back into just the raw, personable Sam Sulek type of footage. So I think that is one factor, but there's a lot more to it going on. First, within that old school footage, Sam brings this really cool modern subtlety to it. And I don't know if he does it on purpose. Like, I don't know if he's thought this far. I assume he probably was just thinking like, okay, I just want good quality footage and audio. And that was that. What he's done is he's used that little Rode mic, that lav mic that he puts on his hat. But unlike everybody else who uses those mics, he actually has the gain set properly. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if he just got lucky mixed with him speaking really low and quietly, but whatever the case, 99% of people that use those, they start clipping. You hear them clip and like the audio is distorted and it's subtle. It's subtle enough to where you still watch the whole video. It doesn't really bother you, but the audio is not crisp. His is so crisp, it almost gives you like this accidental ASMR factor. If you don't know what ASMR is, just Google it. Basically, it's like certain little quiet noises will send tingles down your brain, give you like a brain massage. It could be like tapping with nails. It can be like whispering. There's a whole genre on YouTube about it. There's a lot of movies that do accidental ASMR, you know, cooking scenes where it's just the sound effects of the cooking and the knife and the cutting and the crushing, and it's gratifying. Cinematographers have done it forever, and Sam gives you that. He's not just talking in a day-to-day, sharing my random thoughts and feelings, which is something we all do. We do it in the shower, we talk to ourselves in the car, so that's so relatable. That right there is a big plus. But he's doing it with this sound quality. If you notice, the background's totally canceled out. When he's in his car, you don't even hear the hum of the engine.
All right, so let's cut back to the crib, eat my little treat, and then we'll have one more little meal before bed. Now that I'm thinking about it, that might not have been the best point.
And just from a cinematography standpoint, that does something so nice for the ears. That is something that is so stimulating on an audio level. So Sam brings that to the table. On top of that, his camera quality is really nice, which is just simply gratifying to watch while still being just raw, authentic content. That's two things right there. He's bringing it back to the old raw style, just genuine, a guy with his camera, just posting real stuff with real titles and real thumbnails. It's a nice breath of fresh air, but he is doing it with absolute 2024 quality audio and visual visuals in a subtle way that is just very stimulating and enjoyable and gratifying to watch from a cinematography standpoint. Whether that's on purpose or not, I don't know. The other factor he has going on, he is genuinely impressive. People kind of overlook this a lot because of how much he's blowing up, and people like to hate on him too, but the man's physique is phenomenal. People get hung up on trying to compare Sam to the competitive standard, and you even hear people getting mad, like especially the old school bodybuilders getting mad that like he's sponsored and has all this fame and he's never even competed, and they're totally missing the ball. Such a small amount of people, even in the gym population, such a small amount of people actually compete and focus on competitions. But a large majority of people love working out to get in shape. The summer body thing has been around forever, and the jacked factor's becoming bigger and bigger now that, like, you know, Chris Bumstead's becoming more and more mainstream. You have actors like The Rock who are mainstream. So people are focusing on those with good physiques over those who just strictly compete. So it's really appealing to a wider audience what Sam does. Just being jacked for the sake of being jacked and going to the gym because you love going to the gym and you're obsessed with it. Sam has impressive separation of the shoulders, the upper chest, the thickness in the muscle bellies. It's incredible physique. So he actually is impressive. He also boasts impressive strength. That's how a lot of his videos started going viral, those crazy incline presses he does. I actually thought those were fake weights at first. Partly because I couldn't hear the clanking of the weights, and the way he was doing it looked so easy, and I didn't realize I couldn't hear the clanking because the mic he was using was cutting it out. This is like the first time I ever saw a clip of him, and I actually thought they were fake weights at first. And now obviously I've watched more and I realize they're not fake weights. You have a few things going on here. You have the old school vlog style being brought back that people love. It's a breath of fresh air. It's genuine. It's raw. It's underground being brought mainstream. You have it done with the 2024 effects, you know, the ASMR effect and like the nice visuals that people really find gratifying even if they don't even realize it, so it's fun to watch. Genuinely impressive genetics for both the bodybuilding and the strength side of things. And even little details too. You know, it's funny, Sam is loved because he does not try. He does not try to be cool. He doesn't project himself out there. He doesn't try to have the cleanest haircut or rock the latest fashion trends. Sam is just Sam. He just kind of rolls out of bed and goes to the gym wearing whatever he's wearing. In the world of social media influencers who are all fighting and pining to be the coolest pick-me-it girl, Sam is over here rocking that boat by just not giving a fuck, and it's fantastic. Yeah, he's doing so with, you know, the things that people still like to look up to. The jack physique. He's got the good, strong jawline. And all this stuff sounds funny to say. Men, especially young men, like to look up to figures they view as strong and admirable. And a lot of that even comes down to physical appearance. A strong physique, the strong jawline, the strong face. Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill, Superman, you know, The Rock, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sam has that, but it's done in such like a nonchalant way. It's awesome. It's like he has all that, but it's buried under like not cutting his hair, not trying to style his hair, wearing just chill clothing, which we all love and relate to. I think Sam really embodies how most of us roll throughout our lives. Heading to the gym in the comfiest sweats, whatever. Talking to yourself in the car, thinking out loud when that caffeine hits. We've all gotten in the car and, you know, or the shower and done like imaginary podcasts or whatever, right? Sam's kind of doing that and you feel like you're chilling with him. And I think the final factor is he's open about a lot of his lifestyle, and that sparked a lot of controversy and criticism about his drug use and his diets. That's been the other big thing. That is a big factor we cannot forget. He looks this good and is this strong while eating in a very unorthodox way. In a way that would really cause most of us to either gain a lot of weight or see a lot of side effects, maybe like, you know, acne kicking in if we're prone to acne, things like that. And of course, the drug use at a young age is very, very high risk. So that's caused a lot of people reacting and responding about that, you know, because is it setting the right example for young kids? And that whole discussion, that has also helped blow him up tremendously. It's rare to find somebody with all those things in one package. The old school not trying thing on the internet that's working phenomenally for him, bringing it back to like the 2010 era, which is just awesome, but doing so with the high quality filming, the accidental ASMR quality with the audio, the high HD quality cameras, the subtle things you don't even realize that your brain is finding gratifying while you watch. The fact that he has a genuinely great physique, great strength, the fact that he sparked a lot of controversy and discussion about his lifestyle with drug use and with diet, and the fact that he actually has, you know, a lot of traits that people look up to while still keeping it so humble and relatable and focusing on obsessively chasing that pump and the lifting. And he literally he documents his life doing this stuff for the love of it, which is is so rare and lost nowadays. He's not sitting there trying to start a business. He's not showing you how he's creating $1 million a month and you can join his coaching for it. It's nothing. It's a man who's obsessed with getting that pump, lifting, and eating for the lifestyle, which is the most relatable thing for all of us. That's at least where we all began if we're not still doing that now. And he's doing it with A1 genetics and great film quality while keeping it low key. So that's my overview on it. Let me know what you guys think, if I missed anything, or if there's a factor that you disagree with or think I didn't cover.